Now it's 2002, and AKAI has been selling its MPC4000, and it's selling pretty good. But you know something? In 2003, they come out with a new MPC2000 XL, and it's selling even bigger. It's got everything inside of it packed, and it's still selling. It's outselling everything they have, and they love it. But you know something? These guys are coming back, Roland. They come out with the MV-8000. It's got faders. Whoa! It's got the same kind of outputs like an MPC. Roland is back. They're about to get busy now. You know why? Because hip-hop is big everywhere. It's big in New York. It's big in London. It's big in Tokyo. Whoa! There are huge audiences come to see shows. This is crazy. It's gotten so big that people are like, wait a minute, I want to get an MPC. I want to get me an MV. It's starting to get huge. The entire market is taking off. And none of the big producers are using an MV. They're all going AKAI heavy. So AKAI's okay for now, but they want to get into another market. They want to make a small travel or a smaller MPC so they can compete with Roland and their 303. And they come out with the MPC 1000. And it wasn't bad. It's a very good machine. I still like it, particularly with the JJOS, which came out. That was kind of hot. But one thing I didn't like were the side panels. One of mine broke, and I replaced them. So be careful with it. Hopefully you buy one. It's used now. You should get one with side panels. Now, about JJOS. It's a cool system, but you need to master this system first and then go to JJOS. So that way you can make a choice. Selling price back in 2003 was $755 for the MPC 1000. Wasn't bad, a pretty cheap price compared to the other MPCs, plus it brought more people in the market. Now right here you'll see this is the Q-Link. The Q-Link is still there. There's both of them right there on the side. We got our screen here, but it's smaller, but flat, but still good and clear enough to see. Now you also get the F keys. All 6 of these keys, and they work well with the system. And the casing is actually metal too, so it's pretty good. Of course, we have the classic MPC pads. You can't have an MPC without MPC pads. It's crazy. You can record in. There's our record gain button. The buttons are kind of flimsy to me, so I would say replace them if you can replace them. Then we've got the main volume button. Replace that button too if you can too as well. Now below here, we have the pad bank. And you can see the pad bank buttons there, all 4 of them. Under that, we got full level, 16 levels. We have track mute, and we have next sequence. Then we have our data wheel, which you can use all the time. So I would like to replace that wheel too, which I did on mine too. Some things I need to keep positive on. There's the erase button right there. So it's a pretty good machine. I liked it a lot. I think my cousin still has this one too. There's our numeric button also as well. And then we also have our tap tempo. You got to tap tempo on here somewhere. And of course there's tap tempo. That's important to have. Now you got to have cursors. So we have cursors below this section. And then we got mode, we got main, we got window, we got undo, and redo is right there too as well. So it's kind of cool to have this right here on the machine. It's pretty well thought out actually, I think. They did a really good job at this, I believe. Then below here, we've got some locates to any part of our sequence we're in. Plus we have play start, so you can play start from the top. And then we also have our transport section, record, overdub, stop, play. It's a well thought out MPC 1000. Like it a lot. Let's go to the back now. Now here in the back, we put our compact flash card right there. We have an eject button, the little dot right there next to it, to eject that compact flash card. Next to there, we have our foot switches. We have 1 and 2. Just put your little foot switch in there, and you can set those commands up. And we also got to have a headphone set. You know what I mean? You got to have headphones. That's always good to do. Let's go on the back now. Of course, here we have our record in. And next to that, we have our stereo output we send to our system. And next to that, we have the 4 assignable outs, which is kind of cool. There are 4 that come with it, which is better than the old MPC. Then we have the MIDI out and MIDI in. So MIDI out is A and B, and MIDI in is 1 and 2. Then, of course, we have our USB hookup. Put the USB cable right in there. And then we also have here digital in and out with a coaxial cable. And we have our power on, and of course, you want to put your cable right there. Now, if you have a hard drive, you can put one in your MPC1000. Little casing right there, you put it in there. It's pretty simple. And these are only for certain MPC1000s. Otherwise, you got to buy a little case for it. Screw the hard drive to the case. It's important. Put it back in. Make sure it goes in the slot properly. Then put your screws back on. This next video is from our MPC1000 instructional video. It's just one small piece, but it's about using your compact flash card.
Now I move my cursor up. So it touches memory card. We have internal memory also. This is the memory that loads up when the MPC is turned on. Now, this is my memory card, the compact flash card I put in earlier. This is the root folder. So we're in the root. We're going right here. This is the folders that are on the compact flash card. I turn my data wheel, and we can scroll through all these folders. I want to load some samples on here. I'll press the right cursor, and now it opens the folder. As you can see here, the root is gone. Now it says Dre Kit 3. Further down, you'll see this little sign next to this DR closed hi-hat. And that is a sign for a WAV file or for a sound file. We'll see the size of that file right here. How much free space we have right here for WAV files, and how much sequence memory we have right here. Now I can also press do it and load it, or I can press play and play the sound. I'll press do it, and now it says assign to pad. Now currently it's set to off. To assign it, we must hit a pad. I'll hit pad 1, that's A01, and I'll press keep. Now that sound will appear on 1. Now if I want to, I can create my own kit, for example. I can go back down to here, move the left arrow, and now I'm back in the folder section where all the folders are. I can go to another folder right here. I can press my right cursor. I'm inside the folder. Okay, here we have a program. A program is designated by these squares right here. That means the program will load up all the sounds that belong to that program. I'm going to load this snare drum, and I'll press do it. I'll select the pad. I'll press keep it. So we can select sounds and keep loading them in to our MPC. Scroll down again. I'll get a clap. I'll hit a pad. And now I'll press keep. Now once I've loaded all my sounds in the pads and I want to have these particular samples to be on, I want to press mode, then I'm going to press pad number 7 for program. Now here in program, I can actually put the sounds in the program. So what I generally want to do here is I will go here and I'll get a new program. So I'll press the window button, select new, I'll name my program. For now, I'll just call this do it. That's the name of my program. So when I get the sounds I picked out earlier, I can go to here, select the sounds I want, turn the dial to pick the sounds. This is the first sound. Then I hit pad number 2. My second sound, I hit pad number 3. My third sound, I hit pad number 4. Right. So here's pad 1, here's 2, here's 3, here's 4. Now, I can move the cursor back up to mode, press window. I can actually name this. Once I turn my data wheel, I can name this particular program. I can go in here. I can press Shift and my left cursor, and I can delete and I press Enter. I can save that, call it program. If I want to save it, I'll just press Mode, Then I'll press save, or the save program, right here, and there it is.